most of us think of surrender as something that means you've lost. You tried, you failed, so you surrender. And so it has this real negative component to it. It also has a negative component to it, or rather negative feel to it, because we also think it's very weak. That you tried, you failed, you're not strong enough to keep fighting, and so you surrender. So it has this implication of being both a failure, a loss, and also being weak. Surrender is the opposite. Surrender is the strongest decision we can make. But in order to realize that, we have to first look at the illusion that we live in. So we have to first look at what's the alternative to surrender. So, okay, if you say, I'm not going to surrender, I'm so strong in that illusory concept of strength, meaning I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to surrender. So if in your mind you think I'm so strong, I'm not going to surrender. I'm going to keep fighting. If we really look at that, what we realize is I'm already a slave. I am giving up my peace of mind, my spiritual connection, my ability to realize the actual truth, the real truth, in service of some desire, some yearning, some urge, some indoctrinated concept of what I should do or what I should have. I'll give you an example. Let's say I decide that my goal, my calling, what I want, is to be a basketball player for the LA Lakers. Okay? I want the LA Lakers should hire me. Forget it, they don't even have to pay me. I'll play for free. Nonetheless, they should have me on the team and I should be playing ball. Not in the take your grandmother to the court day, but in their actual real games, I should be playing for the LA Lakers. Now, I could practice dribbling and making baskets from morning till night every day. And because of the karmic package that I am in, my particular unique karmic package at this particularly uniquely special intersection of time and space, I am 48, almost 49. I am female. I am about 5'2.5", barely, if I'm standing up very straight. There is no way that no matter how much I practice, no matter what great trainers I get, that on anything other than take your grandmother to the court day, the LA Lakers are going to put me as part of their team. Now, but if I'm attached to that, like that is what I have to achieve. That is the cool thing to do. That's the successful thing to do. I'm going to be miserable. Maybe I practice for a few years, it doesn't work, it doesn't happen. I then have two choices, going back to our question on surrender. Either I surrender. I say, okay, God, not as a failure, not as a loss, but as a pure acceptance of the beauty of my karmic package, despite the fact that it doesn't include playing for the LA Lakers. But being able to accept that beauty of who I am, of what skills I do have, what opportunities I do have, what dharma I have, what purpose I have. Being able to really accept that beauty, being able to accept the beauty of 49 years of experience and joy on planet Earth that doesn't go with getting hired to play for the LA Lakers, but nonetheless is exquisitely beautiful. And so either I choose to surrender, saying, okay, this isn't going to happen, and I embrace with love and gratitude and awareness and acceptance the absolute beauty of the karmic package I'm in, of the laws of the universe, or I don't surrender and I keep fighting. I'm gonna make it happen. No, I'm not. I could fight with them all I wanted. I could fight with the NBA all I wanted. I could file discrimination lawsuits that they're discriminating against 5'2", 49-year-old females. I could do whatever I wanted. And there is still no way, again, that on anything short of like a charity day or a carnival day or something that doesn't actually count, that I would be playing for the LA Lakers. So what have I achieved by refusing to surrender? Nothing other than keeping myself from acceptance, from joy, from freedom to actually know who I am, because that refusal to surrender means I'm attached to an illusion. It means on some warped level, I am unable to see why I'm not a perfect fit for the Lakers. It means I'm attached to some illusory way of looking at the world. And so surrendering is actually the decision of strength. Surrendering is the decision that says, oh God, thank you for these 49 years of experience. Thank you for this beautiful experience as a female, as a 5'2" female. Thank you for all of the gifts that I have in this life. And help me understand how to use them in service. It also, refusing to surrender, is depriving myself of actual awareness, an actual truth. Because what it is saying to myself, and to the world, of course, but to myself, it says, I am my career. I am my age, my size. I am that particular achievement or that particular title. I am either the successful basketball player or the one who's going to be forced to surrender, but I'll never surrender. And so I've created an identity that has nothing to do with truth, nothing to do with a genderless, ageless, sizeless, abilityless truth. or rather you could say a gender full, age full, skill full, right? Because I'm either none of it or I'm all of it. That's the truth of the self. When we speak about the capital S self, the soul, spirit, consciousness, it's infinite. It is the divine. It's both the creator and the creation. It's the simultaneous everythingness and nothingness. And so every time I allow myself to get attached to an identity, it pulls me out of awareness of the truth of who I am. And so surrender says not I'm a failure, not I've lost, but rather I have recognized in my wisdom, my spiritual wisdom, I have recognized the futility of losing my peace, losing my grounding, losing my truth, losing my freedom in this attachment to a particular role, a particular title, a particular outcome. And so the real surrender is the most powerful choice. And surrender does not mean I give up. What surrender says is, oh God, I have tried it my way long enough. I have micromanaged my life with a death grip on myself and on everyone around me long enough. It doesn't work. You cannot micromanage yourself into happiness, or death grip squeeze yourself or people around you into love, into awakening. You can't squeeze it, you can't micromanage it. The only place any of that exists is in freedom, in expansion. Surrender is expansion. Surrender is the recognition of an intelligence, a wisdom, an experience that is much more than this physical body, and that I am part of. So it's not I'm surrendering to someone else. When we think negatively, you think, oh fine, I surrender. Like you and I are fighting over a cookie. I say, fine, forget it, you can have it. I surrender. I've surrendered to you as a separate being. Either I get the cookie or you get the cookie. Fine, I give up, you have it. We all know this when we have fights with people in our lives. We say, fine, I give up, I surrender. We're still holding a grudge inside. Inside, what we're saying is, you're stupid, you're impossible, you're so annoying, you've got such an ego. Fine, forget it. And so surrender has got this, a concept of separateness. I surrender to another. And that sense of giving up. Real surrender. You're not surrendering to a separate individual, you're surrendering to truth, of which you are a part. It's surrendering only your illusion. Surrendering that attachment that says, this illusion, this identity, this attachment is keeping me from living in truth. Therefore, I offer it. oh God, I've done the micromanagement. I've done the death grip. Doesn't work. Or at least it doesn't work for what I really want. Now you guide me. We were speaking last night about Arjun being in Lord Krishna's chariot in the war of the Mahabharata. Surrender is when you literally say to God, okay, you drive my chariot. I've done the front seat driving. I've done the back seat driving long enough. There's a beautiful poem that says, as children bring their broken toys with tears for us to mend, I brought my broken dreams to God because I thought he was my friend. But then, instead of leaving him in peace to work alone, I hung around and tried to help with ways that were my own. At last, I snatched my dreams back and I cried, oh God, how could you be so slow? What could I do, he said. You never did let go. So surrender is to let go into God's hands. To realize I am being cared for. There is a higher truth than my micromanagement. There is a higher truth than my death grip on an identity or a desire or a plan. So we surrender to truth. And it's the most positive, strong, courage requiring and courage delivering experience. Because yes, it requires courage, but as you do it, it fills you with courage. Because you realize, oh wait, I'm being carried. There's that beautiful parable of the man who's holding on for dear life to the rope. And he hears an angel, and the angel says, let go. He says, I can't let go. If I let go, I'll die. The angel says, well, then just let go with one finger. So he does. Her voice is so sweet. And slowly, slowly, this sweet talking angel convinces him to let go finger by finger, until he's only got one finger now on the rope. And the angel says, let go. He says, now I really can't. Now I will plummet to my death. I have to hold on, otherwise I will fall, I'll die. But the angel convinces him, let go. And with the awareness that he was going to plummet to his death, he lets go. And he doesn't fall. And he looks down and he realizes he's been standing on solid earth the entire time. And I love that parable because that's what so many of our lives are like. We're holding on with this death grip to what we think we need, what we think we have to micromanage, without realizing, oh wait, I'm being held. I'm being carried. It's not up to me to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. It's up to me to let go and realize with faith, I'm being held.